Dear listeners, welcome back to Drawlords and our sixth part of the Guildhalls ttrpg project. I'm excited today to give you the first look into the magic system for this ttrpg, which sets out the fundamental frameworks for its use in-world and in-game.
Child, you can come out now. It is safe. Quickly now though, we don't have much time. The rest of the guild will be on us soon. I do feel it is important that I tell you the fundamentals of Memorium. Yes, child, the magic you've seen me utilize. This way, if I am slain, you can at least begin to grasp its concepts and use the resources back at my hut to grow your knowledge. Memorium is an energy source believed to be derived from the cosmic forces some may call gods. It is what remains of beings far stronger than us. Although we don't fully understand where it is from, we know that it is now drawn to the catalysts of memory, belief, legend, myth, and historical significance. It exists in two states that we are currently aware of. A state which can be thought of much as a gas being all over the world, invisible to the eye and in varying concentrations. This form can be drawn into the body in a process known as This form can be drawn into the body in a process known as pulling, much as you might breathe in air, and utilized by would-be mages in a multitude of ways, which I will explain later if I'm able to. The second form is crystalline. It can be seen as Memorium's solid state. When gaseous atmospheric Memorium builds up in great concentrations, the crystalline structures form. This is observed surrounding historical monuments or places of significance to myth and legend. However, it can sometimes be seen to build up within living organisms who are not careful with their magical practices. The oldest magical technique known to me is an art form known as conservative casting. This means the Memorium is only moved, not consumed by the caster. This movement can be from the atmospheric to the caster, one caster to another, one object to another, or one point in space to another. Conservative casting is the technical term. However, I have heard others refer to this as harmonizing, resonating, or simply the flow, the latter being my preferred terminology. The simple flow stance is pulling. The mage reaches out with their mind and draws the atmospheric Memorium around them into themselves. The Memorium, now flowing through their veins, emits an aura which surrounds them and which is physically detectable by many creatures and trained individuals. This aura is often called spiritual pressure. I don't know how much more I can run. If they find us, I want you to run far away and get to my hut, okay? Anyway, a peculiar adaptation of many magically inclined creatures and a subsect of sorcerers known as blood mages have in their bodies an unusual organ which stores Memorium and shields it from outside detection. The obvious advantage of this is to stop detection of spiritual pressure. The less obvious is that removing atmospheric Memorium inhibits the ability of other spellcasters to cast. The drawbacks, however, involve the process which I mentioned earlier, whereby the Memorium changes to its crystalline form within the body, taking both a physical and mental toll on the individual. The second flow stance I'll briefly mention is called bloating, whereby a blood mage suddenly and forcefully releases the Memorium stored within them. Conservative base casters use a combination of these two basic techniques, along with others, to manipulate the battlefield, pulling and pushing the Memorium around the environment, controlling their opponent's ability to use Memorium, and even physically knocking them around. With the use of apparatus added to their body,
Oi, you there, halt. You have slain our elf and must
Great
stand
God,
trial before our
That's
patron.
them. Go, get out of here.
Quick, catch the child.